Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, The Lost Tales. And we are here with another one of our winners. We're going to be playing on Challenging, because today we are going to be playing with Virgo. So, Virgo's story is a little bit of an interesting one. He has to raise pups. He'll be playing on Challenging the whole time. Let me give you guys a good look at him here. He's got kind of a darkish brownish gray coat, It's kind of an interesting color, actually. I don't know that we've ever really had a wolf with this sort of coloration, but, or not recently at least. I'm sure we've had them before. And I know we've used this coat, but we normally use it with a lighter coloration. But actually, before we really get into this, I'll let us hunt this one elk here, because I think she'll disappear otherwise, and it's always nice to hunt this one down. But for the majority of the story here, we're going to be playing on dawn or dusk, because Virgo's challenge has to do with cougars. He has to risk the threat of extra cougars spawning, because they are probably the hardest predator to chase off, and that's why I'm going to let him do this in the daytime here, because it's kind of a moot point in regards to this. They don't really do that much on the mountain, so we can make sure we take this one elk down first. But then we're going to go ahead and we'll sleep until dusk, and we'll probably alternate back and forth between dawn and dusk. And if he succeeds in his challenge, we'll actually get a perk related to the time. So basically the idea of that, I think he's the only one to have a time-based challenge thus far. But if he ends up getting into trouble and the time is at dawn or at dusk, roughly, then we'll actually be able to do something about that potentially, or we'll have a greater chance of being able to do something about that at least. So yeah, his challenge is a little bit of a unique one. He's a pretty interesting wolf. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So we're going to be trying our best. This episode, we're going to be focusing on finding a mate, and then starting next episode, hopefully we'll be heading off to Slough Creek, barring some untold disaster that sets us back. And from there, we're just going to be doing the best we can to raise pups. So we're playing on Challenging. Thus far, that seems to be the one we've had the highest level of success with. But with that said, I wouldn't put it past, I wouldn't say nothing could happen. I mean, something could always happen. This game likes to throw the unexpected at you. Oh my goodness! I forgot about this, you guys! It's December, which means that we have Rudolph. Rudolph elk, that's amazing. So maybe we'll have to run around in Slough Creek a little bit and try and see, because there's some other Christmassy things we can find out there. Oh my goodness, I forgot. It's been so long. I don't think we had a WolfQuest season last December, did we? I'm pretty sure December was part of our off season, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we saw this last year. Maybe we did, and I'm just not remembering. I know I've seen it in my free play, but I forgot this happens at this time of year. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, well, we'll have to go and check that out and see if we can find anything else in Slough Creek, because there's a few other things. There's actually Halloween stuff, too, but we missed out on a lot of that. A lot of it is in Lost River. We didn't happen to be in Lost River at the time, so unfortunately we missed out on that. But nevertheless, some cool holiday stuff happens in WolfQuest, and it's nice to appreciate it when we had the chance to. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to let my stamina regen a little bit so that we can catch up to this elk here, because she's running pretty fast, and I don't want to just be fruitlessly chasing her here. I don't know... I don't know at this point what devlogs will have been released by the time you're seeing this, so yeah, I don't know what the current plans are. I believe it was I believe they announced a few devlogs back that they're not going to be done by the end of the year. I'm pretty sure they said that a little while back. So with that in mind, we don't really know how long we're going to be running Lost Tales for. But what I will say is we're actually going to pause Lost Tales for a little bit, because you guys voted on something kind of cool, and that's the fact that I was actually going through... Oh, there's a moose somewhere up here, apparently. But I was actually going through my hard drive and cleaning off some old files to clear up space, and I found the raw footage from Season 3 and Season 4. And I asked you guys about it if you wanted me to do a remastered version of those, because at the time that I made those series, then what actually happened was I didn't know as much about video rendering as I do now, and so when I was putting the videos together, I actually saw quite a bit of quality loss just through that process. But the videos themselves didn't actually have those issues. And so what you guys voted for me to do is to actually re-release the series and to put the remastered versions of Season 4 up. And so that's what we're going to be doing here. We'll be putting those up, and if we get through that and WolfQuest 3 isn't still out, or if you guys still want to see it, then we'll also put up the remastered versions of Season 3. And so I'm going to take a little bit of break from Lost Tales, because I'm hoping that by the time that happens, we'll actually be able to be playing in WolfQuest 3. I'm not sure what the timetable is going to look like at this point. And until the team releases more info, I don't want to make too many speculations on that, as long as we know that they're not going to be releasing by the end of the year, which is something that they had said, I believe. It was something we kind of guessed at anyway, because judging by the devlogs as we watched that time get closer, it just was becoming more and more clear that it wasn't quite going to be out by the end of the year. Hopefully it will not be that much longer, though. And so with that in mind, we'll have Virgo's story. We have one more story after Virgo's story, and then we're going to be putting Lost Tales on pause for a little bit as I re-release Season 4. And then if, for some reason, we happen to have a really long wait time after that, then I'll re-release Season 3. If not, I still want to do that at some point in the future, but you guys voted for Season 4 to happen right away, and not as many of you guys were interested in seeing Season 3 right away, and so we're going to do that depending on how long the release is going to be. No, I don't want to eat. I want to take down the elk. We're too close. We're too close to the carcass. This is causing problems. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going to be happening. Sorry for that being a little bit long-winded. I am trying to focus on multiple things at once, and that doesn't always go well. Uh-oh. Did I mess up the cursor somehow? What the what? Oh, it's a coyote. Alright, I was like, what is that? But no, yeah, there's a coyote here. We can take him out real fast. And then, oops. Oh, I didn't ever look at Virgo's stats with you guys, did I here? Let's look at his stats. So he has 30% strength, 60% stamina, and 60% speed. So that's actually the same stat split as our original Wolf Katari had. So that's kind of cool. It's been a while since we've... oh, okay, I didn't. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I broke these carcasses by putting them too close together, but no, we're actually okay here. But yeah, that's actually the same stat balance as our original Wolf Katari had, and, so that's it's been a while since we played with a wolf with this balance, I think. Virgo actually has some pretty unique traits compared to what we've seen recently. And speaking of Katari, if you guys haven't seen already, then you should definitely go check this out, because by the time these videos are going up, it will be out, that I'm actually doing a Sims series that is kind of a spin-off of, well, most of our series, actually. There are characters from pretty much all of our series in this, and basically it's just kind of an alternate universe of what would happen if all of our characters got turned into humans and put into the same world. So if you guys want to see the chance to see Katari in action again, then definitely go check that out, because she's going to be our main character in that series, and it's kind of a fun throwback to especially those of you who've been around since the days Katari was here. But you'll likely see some of our other wolves make some appearances a little later down the line as well, so if you're a fan of the WolfQuest series, definitely make sure you go check that out. It'll have quite a few fun throwbacks to that, even though it's going to be a little bit of a different series than anything we've seen thus far. Alright, this is going to be a little bit close, but I think we should be able to take her down. I'm not overly worried. We should be pretty good here. Alright, just got to... yeah, we're doing alright. We'll do it. There we go. I was a little worried, but we had probably like 15 to 20% health there. And again, the health bar is really deceptive here. It looks like you have a lot less health than you do, but oftentimes you do have more health, which is actually really nice, especially before you're aware of that fact, because it kind of helps keep you more cautious when you might otherwise not be, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm so used to that now I'm less cautious anyway. That's probably a bad thing. Probably not the greatest, probably not the greatest. Probably not the best thing for survival. So, unfortunately, that kind of defeats the purpose. But it is nice, because if you treat it like it's 1-for-1, basically, then it looks like you have very little health. And that does act as kind of a natural inhibitor to keep you from dropping your health too low to the point where it becomes dangerous. So that is one nice thing about having this system set up the way it is. And I do like that. It helps keep me from being stupid and reckless, because in this game it can be a little bit easy to die if you do the wrong thing, especially on the harder difficulties. So let's go ahead and finish this hunt here. And again, keep in mind that this is pre-recorded, so stuff that's been announced, especially if it's more recent, I probably won't end up talking about it, because I probably haven't seen it at the time that I'm making these videos. So if the team has announced something really cool and I'm not saying anything about it, I'm sure I've seen it by the time this is going up. I avidly watch the WolfQuest videos. I tune in every Thursday and make sure I catch what they have to say. But, yeah, I also am pre-recording this so that I have this done in case there's any issues during the beta period that would keep me from being able to record. And so I pre-record this to make sure that we can have these episodes go up. And so I probably haven't seen whatever they have to say at this point in time. Or, I mean, at the time I'm recording the video, I probably have seen it in real life, and so I know a lot of you guys are often like, Jay, they just announced this feature, and asking me if I've seen it. Yeah, the answer is I have, and it's probably very cool. I'm sure all of it has been, and I'm happy to talk about it. But yes, I do tune in and watch. I avidly watch the WolfQuest channel, and they've been doing some amazing work. And it's really cool to see how the game is developed. Like, if you look at the videos they were releasing at this time last year, WolfQuest 3 was just in its earliest stages. But as you watch the videos that have been more recent, you can see things have been coming together. They've been putting together the forest. They've been showing how it all works together. They showed off the bears recently. They've just been showing how everything is coming together in the best way possible. And it looks absolutely fantastic. They have done an incredible job. I can't stress that enough, and it's been so cool to see what WolfQuest has grown into. In many ways, I feel very personally connected to WolfQuest's journey, because I've been playing this game since I was 9. Oh, no you don't, Coyote. I see you. I see you. You're not gonna steal my carcass. We actually probably don't need that food. I'm so used to hunting that I'm like, we're gonna need that, but we actually probably don't need it quite as much. But yeah, so it's been a very personal journey for me, because I've been playing this game since I was 9. I'm 20, going on 21 now at this point. And so it's been over 10 years, and this game, for all of that time, has been an integral part of my growing up. And so to see it grow from the original, where they only just had Amethyst Mountain, you couldn't even go to Slough Creek yet, to then they introduced Slough Creek, they introduced the whole second mission arc. They added weather, and they added the times of day, and then they upgraded it to 2.7 after a period of time where we actually thought the game might not continue at all, because they had some issues and some transitions, and a lot of things changed with the game, and a lot of the things changed with words. A lot of things just changed in the circumstances surrounding the game. For a while there, it looked like WolfQuest was just going to end. But then they brought it back with 2.7, which was a huge venture that turned out really great in the end, because of course that's what we're playing now, and it's an amazing game. But now they've taken it to the next level, and not only have they created something so much cooler that's very similar to the original game, but they're completely reworking the game now with WolfQuest 3, and to just have seen it grow over these past, like 11, 12 years now, has been incredible, because it's been a fantastic journey. It's been an incredible journey. And it's just so cool to see this game that I grew up playing that's now growing up with me. And I'm so glad that we all are getting to experience this now, because I remember being so excited about the original game, and now to see what it's become, it's come so far, even in such a short amount of time. Do we have enough experience? We do have enough experience. Okay, I'm not sticking around to hunt anymore. We're gonna head out to the Slough territory out here and try and find a mate. We always go up to the mountain, so I'm trying to change it up a little bit so that it's not always same old, same old. We'll come down here a little bit and see if we can find any wolves out here. But yeah, so it's been absolutely amazing to see the game develop and progress from that very beginning, and even in the few years where I've been playing it here on my channel, it's been amazing. WolfQuest has been one of the staples of my channel since the end of the first year I started it. It was about 6 months in that I started playing WolfQuest, and since then, you guys have loved it, I've loved it, and it's been awesome to get to now share this story. I mean, from the very beginning, I always loved making up these stories and creating journeys based off the game, and to be able to share that with you guys has been absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful for the chance to be able to do that. It's something I would have never dreamed of even just a few years ago. If you had told me 5 years ago that now I would be on YouTube and making YouTube videos of the games I play, I would have probably thought you were crazy. I didn't even know... believe it or not, I actually wasn't even into YouTube that much for a long period of time. Am I going the wrong way? I don't think I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I actually wasn't into YouTube for a long time. I only got into YouTube a year or two before I started my channel, and so I'm going the wrong way. And so to find out that people actually play games that others watch on the internet, that's actually a thing people do, that, first of all, was kind of a big shock for me. Not that it didn't make sense, because I've quickly found that I enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy playing, pretty much. Okay, nope, you are not a dispersal. We're gonna chase you off. But yeah, so if you guys had told me just a few years ago that this is where I would be, I wouldn't have believed you, honestly. I have been shocked just even over the few years that I've been doing this, how much the channel has grown, how much I've grown through this. It's just been a journey I never expected I'd have, and it's been one that I feel incredibly honored to have been able to take part in, and to be able to do this. I am incredibly grateful for this opportunity. So, it's been really interesting to see how this game has grown up alongside me, and it's kind of just one of those things that's always been there, and so now to see it growing and developing to the point where it's at now is remarkable, and I can't say it enough how much the devs of this game continue to amaze me, because from where they started to where they are now, the difference is astounding, and the difference there is primarily due to what they had available to them. Nope, it's you again. And a lot of that difference wasn't because, like, I know they have grown through this journey as well. I've seen the game develop over the course of this. My words are failing me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not talking clearly, I feel. But, to see how much they've been able to take what's the new things that have become available to them, because they wouldn't have been able to create this game that WolfQuest 3, there was no way that they would have been able to do that back when they first started making WolfQuest, because there just wouldn't have been the resources or the capability. The computers weren't powerful enough, the software wasn't powerful enough. To develop a game like this back then would have been utterly impossible. So they did an incredible job with the resources they had available to them, but now that they have better resources available to them, they have taken full advantage of them, and it's amazing to see that, because it's just incredible. Oh, here we go. Here's a dispersal female. She actually looks a lot like us, actually. I think they might even have the same coat. She looks a lot like Kaya, actually, kind of. And that's where Virgo gets his own looks, but it's kind of interesting. She does look like she probably came from this pack, potentially, but she looks healthy. I don't see mange or anything, so we're gonna go ahead and take her as our mate here. So let's go ahead, we'll say hello there, and we'll go ahead, say I like you. It's always the same sequence each time, so once you know what you're doing. Gracious, I didn't realize how small Virgo is either. Look at this. She's so much bigger. He's just this tiny little thing. He's definitely made for speed and not strength. So next of all, it's going to be Let's Play. It's fun to see this system growing and changing too, because the social arena has been there from the very start of the game, but of course we've seen in the devlogs how they're replacing that with a dynamic interaction system, and that is something that I am super excited for, because basically once you memorize the sequence here, there's not variation, and again, this was originally designed for 2007 computers, and so you can understand why they couldn't put that in, but it's so exciting to see now that they have the chance to change that they have the chance to expand off what they originally created, that they are taking it, and to just see how amazing this is gonna be. So I think we're gonna call her Ariga, not Arige, Ariga, which is the name of another constellation, just like Virgo. And so we're going to go ahead and send these two off to Slough Creek in the dusk here. And I don't know, we'll try to keep toggling back and forth between times a day, I think, so that it's not always the same. But we're going to head down to the Slough Creek area, and we'll probably go ahead and wrap up this episode here, and then next time we'll be jumping in back in Slough Creek. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.